What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Dragonball Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. This is like Big Bang Kamehameha sort of pose. Two hands, screaming face. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hip pause. If I go too fast, we're going to start in the middle. Head really small because I wanted to fit in the hands. So we'll zoom in here. Yep. I'm going to start with the frown in between the eyebrows. So we'll do our best now. Very thin, curving W, just here, sort of in the middle. Just this W shape that Dragon Ball characters have. Then the eyebrow check mark comes out from there, going up. So, and then square end like that, and then we bring it down, and you get thinner as you go down, and it kind of curves a bit at the end. Okay, do the same on the other side. Tick mark, check mark, going up that way. And then square end, and then back down, thinner as we go down. Eyes, so we do a long line, and then a short line, and then you curve those together. Do the same on this side, long line, short line, sorry, long line, and then we'll curve them together. Like so. And then because it's Super Saiyan 4, right, they'll have like an extra sort of red line just around the eye. It's quite thin, so you could do it in color or actually draw the box. It's up to you really what way you want to do it. So we'll go red around there, and then very thin around there, and then that blue iris just there from underneath the eyebrow, just curving up, and then the pupil underneath as well, like so. So real intense sort of eyes. Okay. There's nose, curving there, kind of hooks around, right? Kind of like a question mark upside down or something. But they draw in the shadow on the side, so you just add that in here. And then his mouth comes out from underneath the nose, so it just comes up this way. And then we curve it around the top. And then it goes down around the bottom. There's some mouth lines just like around the skin of his mouth here, and some wrinkles on the nose as well. And then those cheek marks. Top teeth, just a curved line sort of following the mouth. And then the bottom. And then we can just see his tongue in at the back. Chin then, real square. And a little sort of bottom lip line there. It's a real intense sort of expression on his face. Jaw then, diagonally up this way. And you're just aiming for like the corner of his eye there, just underneath that, or the eyebrow. And then we change our direction, go up the side of his face, goes underneath his hair, right? Because he's got all these long sort of hair spikes hanging down, covering most of his forehead. So say starting from the middle, say like here, we've got this sort of fringe line that comes down. It'll cut off the edge of the eyebrow. Same on this side, kind of. Right, you erase or color over anything that you draw over. So that one goes up this way. This one goes down. And he has like some forehead lines here, just light ones. So, textured hairlines just underneath. And then a couple more spikes for his fringe beside these ones. So say like here. Right, and here. And we can just see his ears sort of sticking out underneath. Some of his earlobe there. Ear lines sort of inside. And then hair spikes sticking down on his shoulder, like down, hanging down there. And then we're going to start to get the longer ones that go up this way. We kind of have a couple of layers of these. So say it goes down there, and then there's one sort of here, and then one going that way. And then another little one in behind, and a bigger one. A small one in between those ones, another small one there. And then another one here. There. And there's like a big one in the middle, and maybe another little small one over there. And that's kind of the hair. So you gotta add like just these texture lines then. So there's lots of different ways of doing this. You're just kind of following the shape of each hair spike, roughly. One or two, you don't have to do too much. Some people like to do loads. But we'll just sort of keep it simple here and add one or two on each spike. Just carving. Like that. Now the body, arms, hands, right? So yes, neckline. So his neckline comes down here, right? And these necklines always go into sort of the middle of his chest. So you've got like the center line for his chest muscles there, right? And the tops of them curve around this way, right? And then the bottom of the chest curves around here. Now these go and disappear sort of underneath his, what I would only call like his waistcoat or his like jacket or something. So say like another neck muscle line, right? And then he has the waistcoat kind of hanging down here, right? So on this side anyway, it's kind of blowing in the wind. So starting here, and the other side is slightly different like this. And then we have those yellow collar things, right? So they kind of like curve over his shoulder, kind of bumping, you know, those things that Gogeta has. So kind of just coming down this way then. They're like shoulder pads, and they go underneath like his bicep around here somewhere. But we'll do this side first. It's sort of like just like bumping around the shoulder here. Because his arms come out here, right? But we can see sort of like, so his body, right? And it can be kind of hairy, you know, because he's got that monkey sort of monkey blood. Before we'll do the hands and then join them up to the shoulders, right? So we'll just get like the rest of his abdomen in. So he's got this waistband coming around here. So all just sort of bumps around here. And then these have like texture lines that just curve across here. And then he's got those loose pants, trousers, bumping this way. I think his knee is up on this side. And just some directional fold lines for his clothing. Then we got abs inside here. So bodybuilder style abdominal muscles. We got this sort of diaphragm line. And then abdominals just bumping their way down here. So proper six-pack sort of thing. Like so. And then they do a textured red hairline, like a V, just in there. And then we got like, say like oblique muscles sort of stuff coming down this way then. So it's always like curved lines, usually anyway. Like so. And maybe another sort of ab on top there. Okay, so that's his body, right? So now, big hands, right? Very close to us, and there's like this, just this glowing blue energy here, which you can draw in or not. You could just do it with color. I'll probably just do it with color because you can't really see much. It's just like a semicircle here, and it's kind of glowing blue. So we'll just focus on the body position maybe for this one. So, oh yeah, the tail and stuff. So, okay, so big hands, right? Claw, all spread out. Big hands, right? So we got a thumb here, like really big, right? Like ridiculously big. Okay, just coming in this way. And then the palm of your hand always is this sort of W sort of shape. Like this double bump. Right, and then index finger and then all the other fingers curve around. So we'll go up to the index, and it could be a bumpy line. It doesn't have to be straight or anything. Sometimes it helps if it's a little bit bumpy like that. And then his index finger curves over here, and you just have the top knuckle then where it bends over, and then the side of the finger just comes down there. And you could have like some skin lines, and then his fingernail, and then we'll go on to the next finger. So up again, around for the top where it curves over, side just goes that way, fingernail, side of the finger, this goes up, down, so that. Pinky, going around like so, and then skin for this finger just bumping down there, and then it kind of like joins, you know, the palm of the hand, sort of lines, skin lines and stuff. Oh yeah, and his pinky nail. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this over here just like reversed, and then we'll do join it up to the shoulder pads, right, with these bumpy sort of muscle lines, and then we'll do his tail. We're gonna do this, try and do this over here, just copying the other side, right? So this thumb shape going up this way, right? And then those, that sort of palm of the hand bump just here. Right, and then like his index finger curved over. Fingernail down the side. Sort of like some skin lines just there. And then this curves up and over to the next finger. Curving over again. And some fingernails, like so. Okay, so now all that's missing is like muscles in here and his tail, and like this, the wrap that's on his body. So his shoulder muscles like come in around here. So say like, okay, so he's got like a wristband on, and everything is foreshortened, right? Because it's coming towards the camera, so it just looks like it's kind of rounder and sort of bumpier than it normally would be, right? So this is just like his wrist thing that goes around. his arm, right? And then that forearm, and it can be sort of hairy, like textured sort of hairy kind of lines. It's like that. And then we can see a little bit of his elbow. And then his tricep. And then this is just like shoulder in here. So you got like all these bumping arm lines, right? So this is his bicep then. And it looks like all sort of round and curved over. And there's like some texture and stuff inside here. And then this seems to just go that way. Because we got like his shoulder pad kind of goes, wraps underneath his arm, then there. And then we just have like deltoid muscles just on the shoulder. And then that waistcoat sort of comes out around his body, sort of there somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. So, red furry arm, waistcoat, yeah, and then we do this over here. So we'll go his wristband again, just in this gap between the index and the thumb. We can just see top of it kind of curves around, goes underneath. Palm of his hand there. And then again, we've got like textured, hairy forearms. And then like his elbow, but everything's like just, everything looks shorter. The bicep is probably the biggest muscle we've got here. And then his like shoulder pads go underneath, go wrap around his arm. And so you'll have like shoulder deltoid muscles and stuff here then. And then the waistcoat just comes out from underneath the thumb, back around his back. And then his tail comes out from here, and it can be, again, a hairy, jaggedy line. It doesn't have to be, you know, smooth. Just sort of going up that way, and then comes out here somewhere. And it gets quite big. So, and you know, if you want, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot he's got this blue fabric thing that comes out from behind here, so it's like tied onto his waist. Like that, right? Texture lines and stuff on it. And then it goes up. There's another part to it here. And yeah, and if you want, like, you could just roughly sketch in a light semicircle here, glowing sort of blue, you know, you could just curve that around, you know, with some maybe energy lines, you know, going in, if you wanted, of course, just like this sort of sparkling blue stuff in coming out from the Big Bang Kamehameha. Debris and stuff all in here. And that'll be like colored sort of a light blue, but you can still see his body underneath. So that's it. Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Gogeta, doing that Big Bang Kamehameha pose. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.